our discussion on capturing reality.
Hi, my name is Rashini and I'm doing holocraft. He's the kind of guy that usually sits around in basically bar scenery, and he basically observes people and he takes that into consideration and makes documentaries on it, because he feels that people have more interest when you do talk about daily life situations. He's a Canadian. He spends most of his time making films.
I'm Peta, and I chose Kim Longanado. I chose her because I found her to be really interesting out of all the ones that I looked at. She's a documentary filmmaker from England, and all her films seem to be based on women's issues. I looked at her biography, and everything is all about women and their strife. And what I liked about her was her connection between her subject and what she was filming. She was very closely related to them, and I felt that that made them feel more comfortable being in front of the camera. Like when she went, one of her films is divorce Iranian style, and the women there, in other media portrayals are usually meek, but when she was around them, they were strong, independent women, and I feel that's due to how she made them feel. Whereas other directors advise, keep away from, your subject and you're just filming and observing, like yours would observe from far away. She was directly involved in it.
I'm Stephanie. I did my filmmaker on Kevin McDonald. Just a little background information on him is that he began his career by writing a biography on his grandfather, and it wasn't until he was inspired by a film called When We Were Kings that he decided to produce documentaries on the big screen. What I really liked about him was that in his videos he explains and seems to have a really good insight on his observations and his filmmaking, because he was explaining and he understood that when he's filmmaking people or documenting people, they try to show a person that they think they are, but they don't really show the real person, and so they're not really reflecting their true selves. And he understands that people do that, and so he tries to dig deeper into it, and he tries to bring out the real person in them. And sometimes people don't like that, when they see the real person, but it helps them out in the end. And also because he understands the importance of taking big risks. For some filmmakers, they'll be like, okay, if the person doesn't want to do that, then they won't push it. But he doesn't push the person so that they feel uncomfortable. He pushes them in a way where it's kind of like they'll move out of their comfort zone. And yeah.
Okay, I chose my name is Morella. I chose Manfred Baker. He's an independent filmmaker and film editor. He's originally from Wilhelmshaven, Germany, but he moved to Toronto, Ontario in 1983. And he has been writing and directing documentaries for television since 2001. His work is mostly about personal stories and current events or historical issues. His latest is called Dark Tourism, and it's about the phenomenon of tourists seeking out places of conflict and fear. And why I chose Manfred Becker is because I like how he thinks about his role as editor. He says that the role of editor is to serve the filmmaker, but also the material of the film, and there must be a compromise between the two. And he says the editor has to encourage the director to work with what they have and not what they want out of the movie. So editors are like therapists, basically.
I'd say our directors are closely related in the way they do things, because mine does that too. Well, from what she says in her little capture reality thing, that she wants them to come out better on the end after the movie. She doesn't want them to be where they were in the beginning. She wants them to empower them, and just like yours wanting, to give therapy to the subjects.
Yeah, so your director works with basically her actors, where mine is behind the scenes, like editors and directors and their relationship.
Yeah, I don't think mine edits that much, but I know that she just directs.
They do the same thing though.
I think that yours and mine are kind of similar, because mine basically looks at people and basically elaborates on how their personalities, maybe I guess yours goes into depth with that.
to try to bring out the real person inside themselves.
I think a lot of directors do that.
Yeah.
Like most of them, I think that's what makes a really good documentarian. If you can bring something out of someone that they didn't know was there, and then that's pretty much your story.
Well, you can see all the filmmakers that we like. What's your favorite filmmaker?